Hello everyone. This is the second class in technical writing, and the video for today is about formatting. As I promised you before, that we have to discuss something about formatting because it's so important to start with before going through the technical writing documents. So what I need you to do is to deeply focus on every single detail that I'm going to discuss it with you or to explain it with you today. So when you go to the files, you will see a folder named as folder 2 formatting. Okay, so when you go to this folder, you will find a Word file titled as format. Now, what is to be included? As you see, we have 3 pages. This is the first, and an exercise, and the continuous of the exercise. Okay, so what do we have? As I've written here, here are the most important features in Microsoft Word you will need to format your text when you start writing technical writing documents like emails and reports and visual aids as well. But for the visual aids, we will go through some different formatting that will be later on, inshallah. So let's start with the important format and the editings that we will need to make our text. So at the beginning, we have to go through the parts of the page. So number one, we have or page parts. We had headers, footers, margins, and page numbering. We have some details through every one of this. The first one is headers, as you see. Now, headers means the top side of the page. So we have here, we have an empty Word file. It's a new one, okay? Now, the upper side here, the upper side of the page is called the header, and the lower side, okay, here is called the footer, okay? Now, the four sides of the page, I mean in the top and the bottom and the left hand side and on the right side hand, they are called margins. Okay, so we have headers, as I've told you before, it's the top side of the page. The footers, okay, we have the margins, and we have the page number. Okay. Now, headers, what's to be included? Actually, in headers, we can include the major information we need about the whole text. So, as you see here in my text today, the header, okay, includes the title, which is format, okay, and beside it can include the page number that we are going to talk about it later on. Now, for the footer, it is on the bottom side of the page, and it includes minor information like quotations or something that is not so important, but I need to let my reader to focus on. So here I have no footers actually. This is the bottom of my page, but I have no information to include. Fine. The margins, as I see. Okay, now for the margins, as I've told you before, it is the white space that I have around the text. So I have the header and the footer and the left side and the right side. So this is the page parts. Okay, page number. Page number, it can appear on one side of the margins. So it can be on the top of the page, on the in the bottom, in the middle, or in the right side, or on the left side, or either in the bottom of my page, okay, in the middle, or in the left, or on the right, and beside it could be included on the margins, either the left side or the right side, depending on the text, the language of the text. Okay, so this is the page parts. Fine. Number two, we have to look at the white space. Now, what is the meaning of white space? White space means any empty area inside my page that has a text, of course. Okay, now the white space includes margins, indentation, line spacing, and paragraph spacing. Okay, now again and again, what is the meaning of margins, as we say here? Okay, so it is the white space that is located around the text. Now the default size is 1 inch in all sides, but we can have a narrow margins or wide margins depending on the settings. Okay. Indentation means the space that I leave only with the first line at the beginning of each paragraph. Okay, now this default size is a ½ inch, like one word. Okay, some people make it like 1 inch, but it will be somehow like long space. So ½ inch is fine. Okay. Line spacing means the spaces between lines. When I have a text, so we have to leave some space between these lines so that my text will be connected to each other and it will be more formal. Now the size of the line spacing depend on font size. Okay, it could be made as 1 inch or 1.5, etc. The default is 1.5 inch. The fourth is paragraph spacing. The space between the paragraphs is called paragraph spacing. Okay, it is decided depending on the spaces between the lines. Okay, for the text to appear more connected, it could be made with 6 pt, 12, 18, and etc. The third feature that we have to, or the third format that we have to focus on is called text features. It includes font type, font size, justifications, and highlighting. Now for the font type, it means this one. It means the style of type. It can be formal, like Times New Roman, or it can be informal, like Blackadder, this one. The second is font size. The height, it means the height of the letter, okay? The sizing that I am talking about for the letters. The default of the text is 12, okay? But for the titles, it could be 14 or 16, depending on the submissions. Justifications means moving the text to the left side or to the right side or in the middle side. And lastly, we have highlighting. It can be made by colors, okay, or one of the 3 highlighters like bold, italics, or underlined. Okay, I need you first to go through the, before going to the exercise, I need you to watch a video on YouTube that I have prepared. It discusses how we can make all of these features. Then I need you to look at this, this text. Actually, it is a repeated paragraph. So we have 4 paragraphs with the same content. What I need you to do is to reformat this text by having the following features. I need the margins to be 1 inch in all sides, the font size 12, the font type is Calibri, line spacing 1, paragraph spacing 16 pt, page number, I need it to be done with or to be put in the middle bottom, and the indentation is ½ inch. That is all. Thank you so much.